Wow, guys, I just looked at some of the footage. I thought this lighting was a sleigh, so I'm really sorry in advance that the lighting is a nay. Anyways, on to the video. Happy Vlogmas. But like, what did I expect sitting away from the lighting? Away. Towards. Away. Towards. Hi guys, welcome back to Vlogmas. Today it should be Vlogmas day 10 and I thought I would do a cute little sit down Q&A session. So grab your cozies, grab a cup of tea, coffee, a little glass of wine, whatever, as we spill the tea and I answer your questions that you asked me on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, it's JASSOME and my TikTok is JASSSOME. Also, how cute is this setup? I don't know if the lighting is like atrocious or if it's cute, but I guess I'll find out when I'm editing this. So let's go ahead and answer some questions you guys asked me. Okay, first one, more adult dance content and beginner ballet classes, please. Guys, I want to work on that, but as Vlogmas is something every day, I'm going to have to postpone any kind of workouts or like ballet follow along videos or some tutorials because again, I'm focusing on Vlogmas, doing more sit down videos or just vlogging in general, but I will get on that. I'll add it to my list of things. Also decor tips and where exactly you get stuff. I love this question. So when it comes to decor, I like to reuse and repurpose a lot of things. For example, this couch that I'm sitting on is from IKEA, but actually it's really, really old. I think my parents got it for me. I don't know what year, Mom, you're gonna have to comment because I have no idea what year, but I've had it for like a decade at least. And this bed was already here in this house when we bought it. I got our bedside tables, for example. They're also from IKEA, but I got them off Facebook Marketplace for $10 and it came with 3 tables, which was awesome. The lamps, I think, are also IKEA. So a lot of our stuff is IKEA, but we got it like either secondhand or we've had it for a while. And other decor things, I just love thrift shopping. That's my favorite way to shop. That is the best way to shop, in my opinion, because you also get like a backstory in some of these things and you get to give them a second life in your home, in your house. And I just think it's so cool because there's so many more unique things thrift shopping. Now, I will say I don't tend to buy like linens and stuff like that thrift shopping. For example, this new blanket that I got is so soft and so nice and feels so luxurious. And I got it from HomeSense, and that's another favorite core store that I shop at. HomeSense, Winners are my top, and thrift stores like even like a Value Village or other thrift stores in the area. Like we have a few cute little shops in our area. Was ballet the only type of dance you took? No, so I actually started with like dance like most kids do. I think it was like a combo class. So it was probably like jazz and tap. And then I got more into ballet as I got older. And then my ballet teacher at the time told me like, you should really audition for the ballet school in Toronto. So I did. I didn't get in. But that year I did competitive dance and I loved it. So I did everything from jazz, tap, hip hop, acro, ballet, obviously, lyrical. I even did Irish dancing one year. So I did pretty much everything, but my favorite and my specialty was definitely ballet. Next question. Here we go. What is your favorite role that you've ever danced? Oh, that's tricky because I have a few that are very close to me. I love doing Red Riding Hood because it was so much acting. It was a great character. It was really fun. It was really lighthearted, not a lot of pressure. I also really liked doing the Friends of Sleeping Beauty. I got to do that role. Four Swans was amazing. I think that was probably the best role that I did in terms of like, if you're looking on a resume, like that was the coolest role that I got to do and such a great experience. It was hard. I don't know if it was my favorite. It was apart from the variation, like the Small Swans variation wasn't my favorite because it's really fast footwork, which I'm not very good at, and very, very quick steps and allegro, which I'm also not very good at. So it wasn't my favorite to do, but it was definitely a role that I appreciated a lot. At what age is it best to start ballet? Honestly, any age. I don't think there's an age that's the best because every human being, every body is going to react differently. For me, for example, I started a bit later than everybody else. Like point work, for example, I started at 14 and I didn't start doing like ballet seriously until I was like 12, 13, 14. So I started a lot later than my peers. For example, when I went to ballet school, I auditioned 2 times before getting in. The first time they actually told me no. Second time they said, no, you're too behind. They called me back and said, yeah, even though she's behind, we want her to do the summer program because we can tell she loves it, but don't get your hopes up because you probably won't get into the school. And I did. So yeah, I started later than a lot of people. A lot of people start really young and take it seriously young, do competitive dance since they're like 5 and 6, or even train like every single day and take it seriously since they're young. But I didn't do that, and that's fine, and it worked out, and everybody's different. So there's no perfect age to start. I think the earlier you start, easier it is to understand the concepts of classical ballet and the poses, and to get used to the terminology. Like anything, like the earlier you start, the easier it is in some ways, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the best dancer if you start earlier. So don't get your hopes up if you're later in age and you're starting now. What do you do? When do your Christmas decorations go up? I think I put them up like December 1st or something like that. How tall are you? I'm 5'4". Maybe 5'5". What's your favorite ballet to watch in theater? Definitely for theatrics, Nutcracker, even though I've never watched it. I've watched it online, but I've never watched it because I've always been in it. So I've never watched it. But it's my favorite to watch. I want to watch it in person because I think the magic of the holidays and cheer of the holidays is so incredible, and the theatrics that are involved, and like snow falling, the music. I love the Nutcracker, obviously. It's so fun and festive. I also love watching Swan Lake. It's my favorite to dance and favorite to watch. Romeo and Juliet is another one that I love to watch. Can you do slow evening before bedtime mobility classes on YouTube? That is a great idea. I've never thought about that because I don't typically do classes before bed since I teach till very late. So when I get home, I just pass out. But that's a great idea. I will do that. Do you have dancer's bunions? Heck yeah, I do. I definitely do. How do you get your extensions so high? Honestly, it's not something that came naturally to me. I will be the first to admit it. I used to not be able to lift my leg above 90, and on some days, it's like that still. Don't get me wrong, especially Devant. I've talked about that on Instagram and TikTok and on here. But getting my extensions high is something that I've been able to do through the videos I will link in my bio, as well as in the cards up here. If I remember, I'm so sorry. But if you Google my name and search extensions or get higher extensions, I do have tutorials and follow along videos to that. But essentially doing strength training and flexibility. And when I say strength training, I mean doing exercises that are applicable to how you're going to use your body lifting your leg. Like if you're only doing ballet and ballet technique, you know, like prioritize, I'm not saying only do this, but prioritize lifting your leg rotated and using your psoas, your core engagement, everything like that. If you're in jazz technique, practice it parallel, lifting your leg without using your hand, because that's the biggest thing when it comes to extensions. You're not always going to be using your hand to lift your leg. And in ballet, you never really do unless it's like a neoclassical piece. Do you wish you never left the company? I'm gonna be real with you guys. Some days I have moments where I don't want to say I regret my choice, because I definitely don't regret my choice because I love my life, but I miss it. I definitely wish I danced longer and more sometimes, but if I danced more, like would I have been more injured? Would I have been able to save as much to be able to afford the life I live now? Like, you know, I don't wish I stopped and I don't wish I left, but I miss it, if that makes sense. I miss it a lot. And especially lately, like I've just been reminiscing quite a bit, and I miss my life there. I miss my friends. I definitely miss my friends the most there. That was like the most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking thing, leaving. And I don't want to get emotional, but it's something that I still get really sad about sometimes. I still keep in touch with my friends, but like we're a whole ocean apart, so it's hard. But I am going to Europe in the summer, fingers crossed. How old were you when you started ballet? So I started dance when I was 4, I think. And then I did ballet up until there. I did Saturday night ballet classes. Then I think I did a second ballet class, and like Thursday nights or Monday nights, I don't really know. And I did it once a week or twice a week. And then I joined the competitive team. I want to say I was like 11 for the pre-competitive team, and then I was 12 when I joined competitive, and then 13 when I did competitive for my second year. And yeah, then I went to ballet school at 14. How old were you when you started Point? I was 14. I started Point a few months before I went to ballet school, and yeah. What keeps you motivated to keep practicing when you're not dancing? I've definitely touched on this before, and one of the things that keeps me really motivated is taking classes. Because I'm a dance teacher and because I'm a instructor, I need to take classes and be in a group class setting, even if that means I'm at home online doing a class. For me, I find so much inspiration in being in an atmosphere where other people are working, in a room, an environment where other people are working towards the same thing. And I can watch them and be like, oh my gosh, they're so good. I want to be like them. I want to, you know, but get my extensions as high as so-and-so, or look at that jump, that was incredible. So taking dance classes every once in a while, like in person, really helps me. I'm also a dance teacher, so I get to see a lot of inspirational things in my students, and they inspire me a lot. So they definitely motivate me a lot to keep working towards my goals, and also setting actual goals for the future. You know, I'm performing next week, so I'm like, okay, so looking at my week, I'm gonna plan out time to be in the studio on Monday, on Wednesday, you know, etc. Having an actual tangible goal and working towards it. I know that's really vague, but I'll touch on this in another video, on my video where I do my mood board. I'm excited for that, very. Anyways, tips for not comparing yourself to others in ballet class. As I'm literally just saying I compare myself to others. Guys, I definitely compare myself to others in class, in life, in everything. It's hard not to do, but I think the biggest thing that I've learned is you have to have the confidence in yourself, and you have to have the willingness to look inward and to say, why am I comparing myself so much, and why am I putting pressure on myself to be someone I'm not, to look like someone I'm not able to look like, because I am me. Look inward and say like, okay, is it because I feel bad about myself in class because the teacher's being hard on me, or is it because like I'm taking it the wrong way? Is it because other students are just like getting things quicker? So first of all, accept, why am I feeling this way? Secondly, what can you do to frame your mindset from compare and negative to, okay, I understand that maybe they're more ahead than me. This is where I am today, and I'm going to keep my vision on myself. Because ultimately, everybody's journeys are different. Everybody's rates of improvement are going to look different. We all have things that we're self-conscious about. We all have things that we're confident about. So focus on the confident things. Accept the things that you're willing to work on. You know, for me, I am not that strong in petit allegro, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I compare my petit allegro to other people because I'm like, I wish I could jump like that. And instead of just getting down about myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm insecure about this, so I'm going to work on it. And I'm not saying like your insecurities are things you need to work on necessarily. Technically, if it's something you're insecure about, yeah, you can work on improving it, you know, your jumps, your technique, your turnout, your turns, your flexibility. But when it comes to things you cannot change, that is so much deeper when you're comparing like, oh, I wish I looked like so-and-so. Oh, I wish I danced like so-and-so. I wish I had that kind of je ne sais quoi, right? Everybody is so unique, and it's easier said than done, but you have to embrace the uniqueness and the beautiful parts of you, and really just tell yourself how incredible you are. As cheesy as that is, it works. Confidence is the best thing you can wear. Honestly, I look back on some of my old videos, I was talking about this before, and I was so not confident when I started posting, and I can see it. Whereas now, like I look back on my videos, I'm like, her skin is glowing, even though it's not sometimes, but like she's wearing it with confidence, and she just looks so much more confident, and that's because I feel confident. So confidence helps a lot, and that's easier said than done, but it takes work, like everything. Last question for today. Tomorrow I have a YAGP masterclass. Tomorrow I have a masterclass at YAGP and competition. Any tips? So exciting. I think the biggest tip I would give you is to A, stay confident in yourself. B, focus on the moment. You know, a lot of us can dwell on what happened already on the past, like, oh, I slipped a little bit. Oh, I forgot the exercise, I messed up. Focus on the present moment. And yeah, if you're messing up in the moment, be like, how can I continue and stay confident and look confident and be confident, exude confidence. This whole video is just about confidence, basically, I'm saying. But yeah, just keep your heart and mind open during your masterclass. Take in as much as you can like a sponge, and I wish you the most luck. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below whatever you want to see next. I'll see you tomorrow for day 11, and bye now.